Meowdy Earthlings, welcome to a new pick a card reading. I know it's been a while since I made one, but I needed a little bit of a break, and also I was out of the country for a little while, so I thought that would be like a great time not to like do any readings for anyone, but I miss it, so now I'm here. And hopefully you guys enjoy this reading. Today's question is, how do they see me? So yeah, these are your options if you want me to talk about them. You have Nightmare Before Christmas pin, Lilo, or I guess Stitch in Space Mountain, Tangled with Rapunzel. I think this is Minnie and Figaro. Yeah. And then the fifth option is Heimlich, if I'm pronouncing their name right. So yeah, those are your options. Please remember that this is a collective reading, so if you want a more accurate reading to your situation, then the link to my Etsy shop is down in the description. There you can find my services and the prices that I offer. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. Also, if you are looking for specific messages, then I do hope you find the right reader and the right messages that you are looking for. If not on this video, then I hope it's someone else. And I thank you so much for tuning in onto my video and choosing me to be your reader. If you need a little bit more time choosing your option, then you can go ahead and pause this video now, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with my first option. Hi, option ones. If you chose the Jack Skellington Night Before Christmas pin or the tree, then this is how this person views you. For tree, personality for tree is all about longevity. It's all about like time too. So I don't know if like this person sees you as a person that they grew up with, or they've seen you grow and change. I'm thinking like over seasons, over years. I'm not sure if you haven't spoken to this person for a while, but either way, there's just like this lengthy, slow growth that this person sees within you, or that they've witnessed, or that's how they view you, like someone who is very stable and consistent, and someone who is willing to learn, to grow. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting there. Let's find out through tarot how they see you. King of Wands. Okay, thank you. King of Swords. Got two more here. Two more cards. How are they? Okay, Four of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck is the Devil. Okay. Okay, how does this person see you? You have two king energies, so I'm not sure if you're involved with two kings or they know of two kings that are associated with you, or you exude both of these energies, or that whoever you're thinking of, like, you might be one king or they might be another, but the King of Wands is someone who's very strategic, and who's very confident in the way that they move and what moves they make in order to, like, gain something for themselves. And with the King of Swords, they're strategic and the way that they think, while the King of Wands is more about their movements, like whatever actions they're planning to take. The King of Swords is all about, like, the way that they talk, strategic in that sense, and what they say and what information that they give out. And the King of Swords is all about being observant and, I guess, more less assertive than the King of Wands in a sense. Now, in the middle of your reading, you have, like, the Four of Swords, which is an energy of stress and overthinking and, like, needing to maybe meditate. Maybe they see you as, like, someone who meditates. Maybe you meditate under this tree, or maybe you're really into nature. I'm not sure if you're asking for a specific person, but I'm not sure if, like, they are attached to you, or they find your personality or who you are, like, addicting, or that you've had, like, a sexual relationship or connection with this person. There's something with the Devil, with, like, being very sexually attractive, or very, you're perceived as someone that maybe has, like, that likes to party a lot, or there's somewhat of, like, deception because it looks like a mask, or, like, maybe they don't know which king that they're gonna get from you, because you even have the Two of Pentacles here, which is, like, kind of juggling and trying to find stability. You look at the other oracles. You have Dragon. So Dragon is a card all about, like, let's see. I'm pretty sure, the looking, but balancing the ego, seeing one's most true self. Yeah, so you're seen as, like, a very transformative person. And you might be seen as someone who's gone through a lot of difficult things. Yeah, you've gained a lot of intelligence, a lot of wisdom through these things. And I think that's why you exude two king energies. And I think that's why the Devil is here, because you might have went through a lot of toxic stuff in your life and you managed to get out of it. Maybe that's why the meditating thing is here. Maybe you're at a time of healing right now. And maybe that's why, like, the tree is also in this energy, because the tree is also about, like, health, good health. So I think you are being seen as someone who's went through a lot and then is now kind of, like, in this healing stage, or you're shedding a lot of your mask. You're becoming your truest self after all of the hardships that you've went through. Okay, we have soul. We have bully. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others. Helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. You have movement. Express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you are awesome. Ideal partnership. The wine and cheese. Affairs with your family. Tree. And then you also have kite, vacation. I think, I think after all of the things you've went through, I was talking about deception and finding your true self, and I think that you've come to that strength to become your truest self and to like speak your mind and to really be bold and make these movements, right? It's interesting that I was talking about movement and strategy, and here we are with movement here. I'm not sure if you're like into exercising, you're an athlete, into yoga, just going to the gym, but there's something about health here that you kind of give off, or like eating healthy foods or nutrition, and that kind of for some of you guys that might be true. You know, you're into that stuff and watching like I heard Body is My Temple, because you have like the meditating Buddha here, and it's like practicing mindfulness and like what you eat and what you do. There's like a high level of awareness here, but there's also this awareness of like needing to be yourself and not dimming your light for anyone. And I think that's where soul and like express your individuality comes from. Very strong Leo energy. Soul is all about, you know, shining your light and shining, not hiding or shying away from your emotions, your truest self. I think a lot of people perceive you as someone who's fearless, and that, you know, you are the type to like fight back if, you know, people are bullying you or hating on you. I think you come off very intimidating with your very bold actions and movements and very stern opinions. You're not the type of person to like back down, basically. And a lot of people kind of see that, or this person sees that. I think whoever it is that you're asking about, they have seen you in a new light. I don't think they knew this about you, or you've never shown this part of yourself before. And you're just like coming out of here kind of out of nowhere. I think you come off as like the ideal partner, the ideal best friend, the ideal like person to have a relationship with, romantic, platonic, business. Overall, you're just like a good partner. You're a good person to talk to. You're very understanding, and I think that you're very encouraging as well. I think that since you are a very expressive person, you might be the type of person to help people express who they are. I think you're also the type of person to help others make decisive decisions. You give really good, you give really good opinions, really good advice. And I think, maybe some people look up to you. Because with the tree, I was talking about wisdom and longevity, right? So you have that experience to other people, or like that's how you come off as. And because of that, people go to you and, I don't know, kind of follow what you say sometimes. People follow the light. People follow where whoever it is that's shining and like, you know, paving the way, right? And I think you are paving that way, and a lot of people kind of like respect your opinion or follow your opinion or follow your trends. A lot of people find you very trendy and original. Yeah, very trendy, original, very social. I think there's a like a smidge of mystery to you because of this devil here with the mask, and then like the dragon talking about like your truest self and coming out of your shell and all of that. And I think like it's shocked people. Maybe it's like kind of you went through a glow up, if that's the case, or you just grew up a lot, or you're like in a better place financially. It's whatever it is going on with you that's like better, or that you're glowing or whatever. That's what people are noticing, and you know that's why like, people are perceiving you as like kind of bougier or wiser or tougher. There's something about you that changed for the better. You might be going on vacations, and you know, that kind of shows off that maybe you've been working hard, or you know, shows off on your clothes, and that also shows like how much you've been working hard and making your bag, you know, your money is very it comes off, like people peep that, like how successful you are becoming in the way that you dress or in the activities that you do. And I think you come off as a very like family oriented person. I heard like sometimes blood isn't thicker than water, or water is thicker than blood. Blood is thicker than water. But I feel like you don't really believe that, you know. I think that you make family with whoever it is. Family doesn't have to be blood, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you are a very accepting person. And it's because, like, you're very accepting of yourself. So you accept other people. You come off as a very non-judgmental person, even though you can be, your opinion matters a lot, and it's kind of intimidating. You have, like, that balance. You have that kind of, like, that balance, that back and forth with those two energies. Where, yeah, you might be intimidating, but you're very gentle and encouraging, you know. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for you here. Let me pick out like a couple of astro charms for you to see like what qualities you guys have. You have Virgo, practical, Leo, generous, and then you have Capricorn, ambitious. So a lot of earthy energy, and I was picking up Leo, so there you go. Those are some other qualities that you might have. Thank you so much for choosing this pile and joining me on this reading. Option number 1. Hopefully you enjoyed your reading. And I'll be moving on to the next option. Hi, option number 2s. If you chose this stitch pin or the rider, then this is how they see you. All right, so for the rider here, it's interesting because I kind of matched it with like Stitch on its like spaceship out of here. So with the rider, I think your communication could be quite a lot, or that if you're asking for a specific person, they feel like you have a message for them. the rider is all about having like an open conversation, like a very important message to say. So I think that maybe you're a very soft-spoken person for like a lot of you guys. And I'm getting that whatever it is that you have to say is very important. You know, it could also be that, you know, you're a joker and you might have a lot of like fun with people, but when things are serious, you're very serious about it, and your words are very impactful. It makes people want to listen or to hear your story, to hear your adventure. So I think that whatever it is that you have to say in option number 2 is it's like it's very important to people, or it leaves a mark on people, or that you're very social. You know, it's easy to talk to you. It's easy for people to come to you for just an easy conversation, or even maybe some advice. But whatever it is, I feel like it's very I just keep getting that people want to listen, or people value your words, your perspective, your advice, your thoughts on a situation, you know? It's like, what do you have to say, option number 2? That's literally the energy that I'm getting here. So yeah, that's what I'm getting there. I'm going to start pulling out tarot and then go into oracles after. How do people perceive my option number 2s? Okay, the 6 of Cups. The Prince of Pentacles. Okay, just 2 more here. Okay. Princess of Swords. The Hanged Man. And the bottom of the deck is the Moon. You're all I ever needed. Tell me what to do. Okay, this, if you're asking for like a person that is like romantic, I Want You Back by NSYNC is playing, and the 6 of Cups is your first card, and that talks about like reconciliation and getting back together, reaching out, apologizing, having very nostalgic feelings. It could be even running into them. You know, this is feelings of childhood too. So you guys could have grown up together, kind of similar to option number 1s in that sense, but still pretty different energy from option number 1s. And there is another clarification about a rider. The Prince of Pentacles is here. Another message is here. So you're perceived as a message. And you even have like the Page of Swords with this princess holding this letter. If you want to look closer, they're looking at that message. So I don't know if this person wants to communicate with you. That's really coming up here. Or that this person thinks you have a lot to say and you just haven't said it yet. I don't know if it's like their thought process about you right now is them speaking to you and then hoping that you would reply or speak to them or give them a little bit of information. I think there's going to be like a visitation or a revisiting of these feelings of like friendship or romance or just overall partnership, just feeling very happy just to even be connected and on speaking terms again. I think that I don't know if like social media is something that you're always on, or there could be like some spying or watching on that with the Page of Swords being here. But how do they perceive you? It's like you have a lot to say, but you didn't say it. There's a lot of things hidden with the moon here. Lots of hidden feelings. I don't know. It could even be like people being in love, or just deep sadness, deep hidden feelings that no one's gotten to say. That's the kind of energy the moon gives. And with the Hanged Man being here, being the Hanged Man, you are hung upside down, right? And that's usually symbolism for not seeing things for not seeing something, for not seeing things for how they are, or seeing the bigger picture. The Hangman also represents not it kind of being the stagnant energy being put there by the universe, and like kind of being put in a place of just being tied up with life, with thoughts, whatever it is whatever gets someone tied up like that. I don't know if you were going through something, maybe you're going through your own confusion, or I'm also getting like manipulation for some reason, because there's deception, there's a lot of things hidden. I'm just overall getting like this person feels like you have a message, or that they have a message to give to you. I think this person perceives you as a person that doesn't always talk about their struggles or their hardships. Yeah. Okay, let me look at the oracles. Look at Bear. Okay, Bear. Whoever it is you're asking for, you're being perceived as a person that is coming out of hibernation. You've been awakened. I don't know why I'm getting like poking the bear. So I don't know, like there's a lot of things that are hidden in your guys' situation, whoever it is that you're asking about. And I think that, or hoping that they've awakened you and there could be something new. There's a lot of truth or a lot of realizations that have happened, or that they see you in a different light. It's a different cycle. It's a new perspective, And I think it could also be that this already happened, and a lot of light came and shined it on what's hidden, because the moon's here. So yeah, like it's like you've been awakened. I don't know if they've already told you the truth, or they are about to, but yeah, that's kind of what you're coming off as. Like, the bear kind of represents someone who's like hibernated. So it could have been like you were away from these people or this person, and it's like you're coming in with like new year, new me kind of energy. And it's funny because you have Leo here. See the previous option also had Leo energy, so that could resonate with you if you were like attracted to the first one. It is kind of similar. You also have guide here, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Build strength. Holiday. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. You have gentleness. And then you have bread, period of prosperity and abundance. And then you also have carrot, opportunity or windfall. Okay. Okay, so I'm also getting like you have a lot of loyalty. You're very reliable with Prince of Pentacles and the Leo card here. And I think that because you are reliable, a lot of people trust you as like this guide, or that a lot of people find you very wise, or that you're intuitive yourself. You know, you see things for what they are. You even have build strength here, and you have the Leo card again. So all of that energy has to do with like with strength, right? We all know that Leo's associated with strength, and that's how you're being seen. Your words have strength. Maybe you go to the gym, maybe you work out, you know. I'm also getting you have nice hair. You got a nice mane. That's what I'm hearing, because Leos are known to have really good hair, and their hair over here is like has like little crystals in it or something, like little beads. But anyways, yeah, like you're very wise, and I think that wherever your words, whatever words you've said to people, advice, perspectives that you've shared, a lot of people might just follow what you say. The answer you're looking for. Yeah, I'm not sure if like you like you went on a trip or some sort, or you go on a lot of trips, like a lot of retreats, or a lot of hikes and nature, but they see you as like a very nature-y person, very connected to the earth, and you have a really great balance with like being strong and being gentle, being firm and being just soft. It's like a big cuddly bear. Yeah, you have big cuddly bear energy. Like, don't fuck with me, but I'm gonna give you a really huge bear hug kind of energy. You're being seen as a person with a lot of opportunities coming to you. Yeah, like they see you as abundant. They see you as successful. Whoever it is that you're talking about. And I think that you've really pushed along and really worked to get there. You've seen the dark, and now you're coming out through the light. And because of that, because of like what people have seen, they value you, they value your wisdom, they value your experience, and for sharing it and for trusting them. And yeah, your relationship with people is very strong, and I think people perceive you as a person they known for a very long time, or see like if these people you don't even know, like they can like these people see you as someone who can keep friends for a really long time. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they've been friends for a really long time, I keep seeing them on their socials, you know? Like, that's the energy. You're able to keep friends. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from the cards. I'm gonna pull a couple of astrology charms to see what other like personality traits you're coming off as. So, I have a Taurus energy here. I just have a Taurus symbol, the bull. Another fixed sign, but you have optimistic with Sagittarius here. And then you even have Libra, and that you have charming, so you can come off as charming to people, and you have ambitious, which I feel is very accurate to what's going on your reading. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's all I have, so I'm moving on to my next options. Meowdy, option number 3 is if you chose the Rapunzel pin or the clover, then this is how they see you. So option number 3 is your energy being perceived with a clover. You're like a happy-go-lucky person. I mean, it's very similar to Rapunzel, but the clover is all about luck. It's all about happiness. It's all about getting what it is that you want. It's also very much associated with like the divine and like things just happening because they are, you know, and it's just going with whatever the universe brings upon to you, whatever fortune life brings to you. And it might be a lot. It might be that a lot of people find you have a lot of good karma, or like a lot of good stuff happens to you. Yeah, like a lot of people see you as just a lucky person for some reason. It could also be that you're just very positive. Your aura is very positive, and a lot of people just perceive you as like, oh my god, that person is so lucky and happy all the time. But, you know, maybe a lot of people don't really know your story. Because like there's kind of like an aura around all of this, and I feel like it's the clover is like in its little bubble a little bit. But yeah, anyways, the clover is very similar to like the 10 of Cups energy, right? With that rainbow over that family. So it could be that you're very family oriented as well. But anyways, yeah, you're just very lucky. Or a lot of people see that you have a lot of abundance and a lot of good, nice stuff or nice things happening to you. Can you tell me, how is option number 3 perceived? Okay, thank you. Have a Chariot. We have Judgment. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, we need one more card, please. You have the 8 of Wands. And then you have the 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Cool. All right. How do you come off as? I mean, your main energy is like feeling defeated. About something about the past. Whoever it is that you're asking about is thinking about like a past argument or like a breakup of some sort. There was a transition. If you're asking about a specific person between you guys or something that you went through. But if it's either way, the main energy that I'm getting from that Five of Swords is that you went through some sort of struggle or change in your life. And it was like a lot of things were said, especially with the Eight of Wands like coming out of there. There was a huge conversation that brought a lot of change into your life that was basically a pinnacle. And I don't know what happened, but I think you went through a glow up, or I don't know, it's like I don't know if you came out unscathed or unbothered, because the Queen of Cups is like in the middle. And it's just like, do you see how she's looking at everything? She's like, I really don't care. This is so funny. It's just like, you're kidding. Like, looking at all these wands coming at her, you know? I think you're perceived as someone who's kind of unbothered, and it's in a sense of like protecting your peace, protecting your happiness, that little bubble that I was talking about. Yeah, like you're perceived as someone who's unbothered. You have Judgment here. Judgment in the Chariot. Chariot's all about moving forward, moving on, and Judgment is, they're similar in that sense. But the difference is with Judgment, you're like, it's like atonement kind of. You're reaping what you've sown. You're being judged for the actions that you've made. And I think you have been blessed because you came out of there like in the Chariot. Like, you came out there like, I heard a badass bitch. I think it's very similar in a sense of like Rapunzel being scared and being the soft princess, but like eventually goes out there and goes on to her own adventure and gets out of that tower, you know? I think you came out of like this very soft energy and you came out very boldly, very assertive in a sense, aggressive even, and you really showed up for yourself is what I'm getting. And you know, I think if you asserted yourself, you know, or popped off, then I think people see you like you're doing a lot better now. Yeah, a lot of people have seen you go through something and it's like now it's all good. An unbothered queen even. And I think it has a lot of people shook. Because I think whoever it is bringing all this stuff into your life, if this is drama, if this is issues, situations, or arguments, it's like I'm getting just this energy of like, you're kidding. And I'm like, blow shit up with the Judgment here. You're kidding. Like, you have no clue. And it's like, you just sweep everything all away. Like, you have people so shook. You're very swift. People don't, I don't know if people underestimate. I feel like people might underestimate you because the energy here is so drastic. Like, because of the minors being here, that talks about like instigation of other people's actions, right? And the majors over here means like karmic almost, in a sense of like the universe's wheel just turning away, and it's kind of like you let the universe deal with it, or like you just are intuitively maybe aware that people are going to get what's coming to them, you know, and it's kind of like you don't even have to lift a finger. That's why I keep feeling this unscathed energy. Yeah, with Dragonfly here, air energy, It's very similar to the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man energy is very passive energy. And that's kind of what I was getting here, where it's just like, you're kidding me, right? Because they don't have a clue of like all the stuff that's going on with them. Maybe you know things intuitively. The blue reminds me of like high priestess energy, and like dragonflies have to do with illusions, or even like just transformations in a sense of like the way that you think, the way that you communicate. And I think that you've seen things for what they are as the Hanged Man, and I think you really transformed or showed up, showed up towards these people or whoever it is you're asking about. It's like it's like they didn't know who the fuck you were, and then you like reminded them somehow. And that's how you're being perceived. It's very like badass energy. And these people are like possibly just jumping through hoops while you're so unbothered. Okay, you have Neptune. Femme fatale. Yeah, you're a bad bitch. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Okay, what else? Dance. Perfect timing. We also have get centered. You also have torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. And then handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Yeah, I think that with Neptune here, you have a very dreamy like energy that is Pisces energy associated with the Hangman energy, and I was talking about the Hangman. So you're very like, you're like an enigma to people. Yeah, like I think that you're the type of person that people underestimate. And that's why, like, I was picking up on the you're so lucky energy, because, like, even if people are fucking with you or things are coming in your way, you come out unscathed. You are that bad bitch. Maybe you have some dope-ass tattoos, too, because there's some tattoos here on this Femme Fatale. Neptune, yeah, I think that you're also just very intuitive, like I was saying. Neptune is all about dreams. It's all about premonitions and spirituality, Piscean energy, right? And you have the Queen of Cups. You're also a really good dancer. You have a really nice body. Again, all these tattoos here, I think you're tatted up. And I think you're very, very skilled. And you know what? You do it so elegantly. It's like, that's why I was getting you're so unbothered energy, because you aren't. Look at how many hands this person has. And it's like they have so many things going on. Each hand is doing something else. And yet they're all balanced within all those realms, right? With get centered. It says this is the right time for you to move forward. Perfect timing. I think they just know, yeah, you're very strategic. Again, like, it's like maybe people undermine you, and it's like, you're watching, you're observing before you make your move, like your swift movements. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Yeah, I don't know, like, a lot of people may want to meet you. I don't know if, like, because you are this mysterious person, like, but everyone, it's like you're mysterious, but all everyone knows is that you're a badass bitch. You're hot. You're unbothered. You're very skillful. You're a good dancer. But it's like they don't really know you. So it's like they want to get to know you. Like, whoa, like, who is this person? Maybe a lot of people talk about you. That's why all these swords energy comes out. And maybe that's why Dragonfly is here, because I was getting like communication energy. I was getting like rumors or gossip, or like people talking, people, you know, watching you, peeping you. It says spiritual development. Yeah, like you are spiritually aware. You're very intuitive. You're very, you went through your own glow up. You went through your own, like period of abundance or something like that. You just glowed up. You just moved up, if that makes sense. Yeah. I think a lot of people just understand that you're special, so they would want to come close to you or get close to you. You know, you're just that bitch. Go ye. Go number 3. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here for the cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some like astrology charms to see what traits you also have. Okay, lots of water here. So you have Scorpio, passionate, Cancer, imaginative, and Libra, charming. It's interesting how much water energy you have here, and then you have balance with the Libra energy. Like you balance all of those energies out. I love that. And you're very charming doing it. A lot of people want to be around you. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, option number 3s. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you liked your reading. This is all I have, so I'm moving on to my next options. Hi, option number 4s. If you chose the snake or the mini Figaro pin, then this is how this person sees you, or how do they see you. So the snake's interesting because it's all about jealousy. It's all about like manipulating somebody. So I don't know if they feel they see someone like this around you, or hey, no judgment, they personally have perceived something that you've done as kind of manipulative. But I don't necessarily get something like, I'm not necessarily getting something bad, but what I'm getting from this snake is like excuse me, just like doing anything it is that you need to do in order to get what it is that you want. It's kind the snake is kind of just about getting what it is that you want, what you desire, in any means possible. At least that's what I'm getting, or how I'm like interpreting the snake. So let's see with the tarot what else they have to say. Thank you. 10 of Wands. Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles. me. I'm so sorry. Okay, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and then the bottom of the deck you have the Page of Swords. Okay. How are you being perceived? I don't know if you had a snake friend, but you're being perceived as a person that went through a struggle or betrayal with the Ten of Wands. So maybe that's why the snake energy was coming up. Because I feel like you are the Queen of Pentacles, someone who maybe had to start over and refound themselves, because the Eight of Pentacles is in the middle. So you're working on your craft, you're working on your career, you're working on school, you're very focused, somewhat hyper focused on that, whatever it is that's consuming your time, whatever interests you have, and you're putting your time, energy into that, and attention even. I think that you've also channeled the Emperor energy. You're coming off as the Emperor, where you are very protective of your energy, your kingdom, your empire that you've built. And the fact that the Eight of Pentacles is between those two energies, that's definitely coming in. Like, you have that very feminine, nurturing, stable energy, and you also have that very masculine, assertive, strategic, protective energy, right? Your main energy is a Princess of Swords. I don't know if there's like spying on like social media, or that you're always on socials, or that there is like a message that's about to come through, or it's like being made at this point in time, or that there's like you're being perceived as someone that has received a message or will get a message, or that you're the one who gave this message. But yeah, you're being perceived as someone that I feel like is more introverted with all of this pentacle energy here, and with the Page or Princess of Swords, I'm getting it could be like soft-spoken, or like you're very focused on your work and all of that stuff, so you might not always talk to everyone about what's going on, even though everyone knows that you went through maybe a rough time, you know. You are being perceived as someone that maybe doesn't talk about all that stuff all the time. I think you would rather let all of that energy of like people who have betrayed you, or all those struggles that you've been through, you put that energy into your work, into your interests, into your hobbies, into yourself, into your family, into the people that like depend on you, like financially, or emotionally even. I'm just getting a lot of dependency on you. I think that a lot of people have taken advantage of you, and that's why the snake is here. And maybe now you are more protective of who you let in, or who it is that you speak to or talk to. But it's like you've shifted your focus more on material stuff rather than the emotional stuff, because of the snakes, or the hardships that have been pushed onto you. the oracles, you have the wolf here. This is earth energy. How you come off to whoever it is you're asking about, you come off as like the lone wolf. You know, you're the leader of the pack. But with the wolf, there could be like this expectation that people will follow, that something about like following the leader. You know, there's an expectation of following the leader. And, but it's also about like taking care of who's in your pack and not leaving anyone behind. And that's what the wolf is all about, you know, creating a kingdom and putting everyone they want in that kingdom and protecting them and loving on them. And that's exactly like the energy that I was picking up here. We're protective of like the things that you're working on and the things that you love and the things that you value, away from like maybe people who are gossiping or like trying to bring burdens and judgment onto you and shame. And, you know, basically whoever's like hating on you from the outside looking in. You also have Mars. Child eternal. Sweet treat. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything. Nature. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. You also have casket, something going out of your life or end of the situation. And then you also have horse, short journey. Okay. Oh yeah. So you're very protective. With Mars here, for some of you guys, you can become very vindictive and controlling about being like protective of yourself in that sense. Or if like things are stressing you out, you're really going to be assertive. However, like people get it twisted because you are very easygoing. Queen of Pentacles, earth energies, yes, they might have a hard time like chilling or relaxing, but there is a part of them that is just overall very like chill and won't attack or won't confront you until they are pushed to that level, you know. So I'm getting that you're confrontational with reason, at least, or you can be vindictive with reason. You have a very innocent energy with you, with child eternal. There is this very childlike energy to you, no matter your age, no matter how much wisdom you have or how you carry yourself as like the emperor and taking care of everything or being the glue of your friends or of your family, you know. Determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Yeah. You are the type of person to see things from a different perspective because you have Princess of Swords too, so I'm seeing a lot of optimism here. And you are usually a very go with the flow person, aside from being protective of yourself. You know, I think with the right people, you are very, you know, childlike and very sweet. Maybe you are a really good baker. You like to bake for your friends, or you like to cook for them. Very earth energy too with that. And you're into nature. I think you like to connect with nature. Again, you're a very lone wolf energy. So it all basically just makes sense. It's just giving high, like a lot of earth energy, the baking, the nature, the being alone, being somewhat introverted, but like will confront somebody when it's important, when it's needed. yeah, I think that you have experienced something that you're coming out of. It was a short journey, or was something that was lived short. And, you're coming out of something old and into something new. And that's just being clarified again, because you have the Ten of Wands here. Something is ended. And it's like a lot of people, or whoever it is seeing you come out of this. You're like more connected to yourself, and you're in a very stable place in your life. And you're more into your bag. I get that you're like bougier, or there's a lot of success that you exude through the way that you dress or the way that you do things. Yeah, I think there's also a part of you too that is kind of closed off, though. I think that it could be that you were more open, or maybe you weren't, but it's like people perceive you as someone who got more closed off because of a very difficult situation of like being taken advantage of, or being betrayed of or something like that. But the thing is, like, I feel like you definitely protected your own. Yeah, you were very assertive, and I think you did get very angry and upset with the Mars energy. I think that people could have underestimated you and your kindness and how gentle or sweet you are. But I think a lot of people got it twisted because you have this Emperor energy, and that Emperor energy is associated with Mars. So I'm just getting a lot of anger, a lot of passion in words, in what it is that they love, and really respect. So it's like if they feel disrespected, you feel disrespected, it's done. You're gonna be the snake. You're really going to give it to people. And that's what the wolf energy is about too. It's like being super protective and attacking people who attack your tribe, attack you, So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for the cards. Let me grab some astrology charms for you guys. Okay, what energy? So we have Virgo, practical, Gemini, intelligence, and Cancer, imaginative. Okay. So yeah, those are some qualities that you might have, or some signs in your chart. But that's what I'm getting for your reading. Option number 4 is thank you so much for tuning in. This is all I have, so I'm moving on to my last options. Hi, option 5s. If you chose the Bugs Life pin or the key, then this is how this person sees you. The key. Okay. Let me break this down because the key has a lot of symbolism in it. On the bottom, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So, the Wheel of Fortune symbolizes luck coming into your favor, the wheel turning in your favor, not really expecting where things are going to go at the same time. It's also about divine timing. It depends how you look at it, but with that, the key comes in when an answer is needed or when a new opportunity is about to come in. You also have symbolism with the sun and the moon, so there's a lot of balance with masculine and feminine energies, with intuition and being connected in that sense, and creating an opportunity, creating a path, opening a new door for yourself and making that happen. I'm also kind of getting this energy of like making things happen for yourself, having an answer, having a solution, in a sense of like having a solution. Maybe other people look up to like what you have to say, or maybe you always have something to say or the right thing to say. It could also be that a lot of people perceive you as someone who gets a lot of keys, a lot of things opening up for them out of nowhere, in a sense of like luck, in a sense of how I was explaining it, like having the wheel of fortune, wheel turning in your favor kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for that. I'm going to get some tarot now, and then we're going to go in with the oracles. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. I feel like this wants to be first. Okay, you have the King of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Okay. Ooh. Fly out of here. The Emperor. Okay, just one more, please. Thank you. The Two of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, you have Temperance. Okay. So, interesting. Okay. You're coming off as someone who's been through a lot of like hardships, a lot of things that were maybe dead ends. Maybe you didn't know what to do with the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. You had to be smart, you had to be strategic, and it took a lot of time, it took a lot of energy, it took a lot of healing. I'm getting that you could have went through a lot of heartbreak and had to like push through that, because you have the King of Wands over here. I'm not getting like a lot of emotions, even though there is a lot of difficulties, you know, and there needs to be like a processing period, if that makes sense. And I think that as of right now, you maybe are going through that right now as the Temperance, with the healing and the time. A lot of time has probably gone by ever since this happened. I think maybe you're coming off as someone who has gained a lot more wisdom, a lot more growth, a lot of more experience, because it's like you were a king and then became an emperor. I think a lot of hardships, a lot of confusion was happening around you at the time of you being in this King of Wands energy of like, you know, trying to push forward, trying to be, trying to still make a move, even though there is a setback, if that makes sense. Continuing on, even though there is this heartbreak, or walking away from something, or maybe that was the movement, walking away. Because the King of Wands is someone who is someone who would put up boundaries, and, you know, it's just very assertive, you know. It's very similar with the Emperor. They're similar in a sense of being fire energy. Emperor being like Aries. But the Aries Emperor energy is all about being a leader, and means having followers or having people look up to you. I think there was confusion or not knowing what to do or realizing, like, needing to reorganize, needing to reorganize. And within that reorganization, I think you found healing or peace in a sense, or closure. I think you could have also balanced the energy of being, going through a time of healing and needing to assert yourself, balancing these two energies. Knowing when to be gentle and receptive, and I think needing to know when to be assertive and firm. Yeah, it's like you found more balance, and because of that, it's brought you more opportunities. I think it's like you've learned from your past, and that's how you're being perceived. Like, you've learned from your past, and it's like you're a better version of yourself, and you're at a better place of like balancing, rather than being overwhelmed with who you need to be, or what path you think you're supposed to take. It's like you're taking more control of your life rather than the emotions controlling you, Okay, let me look at. Okay, you have the mouse. It's interesting. The mouse is all about having a lot of different ideas, but being a very anxious energy, being the mouse, being kind of prey for other predators, right? They have to be strategic, they have to be quick, and they have to be fast. They have a lot of ideas that they have, a lot of great ones. But the thing about the mouse is they become very anxious and tend to just let things run its course rather than taking control. And you have the earth energy here, so you're more stable. And I think it goes in with what I was trying to say, where there's so many great ideas or so many things that it gets to you sometimes, or it overwhelms you. There's a bunch of like those little dots are symbolism for like ideas, it says in the book. But like, it's the same thing with the Eight of Swords, but with this energy, I'm getting more of the mouse as taking those ideas finally, and growing from their past mistakes, and learning from not speaking up or making that move, You also have Sagittarius, pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Beauty ritual, debt paid off, manifestation, lobster, financial pinch, and then you also have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. So, lots of fire energy. You're very determined. You're very like focused on what it is that you want. Your manifestations are here. It's manifesting for you. It's coming through. You even have Sagittarius here. You're very focused on your desires and what you want. You're focused on your goals. You're very ambitious. And, that's just reiterating what the Emperor energy is, what the King of Wands energy is, and I think that you come off as a person with many great ideas, great ideas that could possibly change the world, or other people's perspective, or other people feel like your perspective or your ideas should be voiced more out there. A lot of people perceive you as a person that works on themselves and who really learns from their mistakes and tries to make amends. And it's like you're shedding off a lot of the old things because you have made amends, or you've awakened to your mistakes, or whatever these debts are, whatever it is weighing down on you. And you can see that with the Emperor, because for me, the Emperor is like someone with a lot of, I guess, determination and strength. And I feel like you really embodied that in your goals, and a lot of people see that because you've manifested a lot of your goals. If you are the type of person to say, you're like the walk, you walk the walk, and you talk the talk and walk the walk. Yeah, you have really great tattoos, or you have really great hair. Maybe you have really great nails all the time. You always have your nails done. There's just like this hint of bouginess to you. Because maybe you're also about your bag, being the Emperor. And the Emperor is associated with all the kings. Yeah, and you are passionate because you deeply love and care for things and people. And I think if there is a financial pinch, you are able to think of new ideas to get yourself out of it. Or when people are in a financial pinch, you are there to like help them pay it off or help them out, because you have financial pinch and debt paid off. So I think that, a lot of people perceive you as someone who's come out with a lot of money and who's like paid off your debts. Literal like finances, Finances are really big with you. Option number 5s. So yeah, I think you're perceived as someone who got out of like financial pinch, because now you probably look really bougie and you have nicer things. You became that king and you became that emperor with like a nicer cloak and nicer, a more trimmed beard, like your haircut maybe. Yeah, you just seemed very like relaxed with this temperance card rather than being very anxious and jittery. Yeah, you're more balanced is what I'm picking up on. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for the cards. I'm going to pick out some astrology charms for you now. Okay. So you have Pisces here with intuitive. You have Cancer with imaginative. And then you have Gemini with intelligent. So you're intelligent. You have a balance with intelligence and intuition. Right. Okay. So yeah, that is your messages, option number 5. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is all I have, so I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Goodbye.